He said Matthew Scott.
I heard it, yeah.
Like Scott. Scar, yeah, that's way cooler.
How you doing, man?
I'm pretty jacked up on coffee right now. I woke up late and everything's been pushed back, so haven't really had a minute to myself.
Just like a rock star.
I mean, does a rock star change his own strings? I don't think so. That's what I just got finished doing. No, it's all good. Just a lot of coffee, dude.
It was Phil's birthday the other day,
Phil's
right?
birthday, yeah.
How was the birthday party?
Well, it was on stage because it's always our birthday. We're always on tour, so yeah, man. He got to celebrate it with us, but that's what we do. So we're used to having it on the road, you know. And Phil's one of my best friends, so I mean, it was actually really the best place to be, you know.
Celebrating with the fans,
UK, right? You know, yeah. Are we doing the sound check now?
The best compliment your band has ever received?
Someone from an interview, which is weird enough. We were in Finland, and it was kind of like lost in translation. Me and Tony are getting interviewed. I believe you could see this interview somewhere. We're getting interviewed in Finland, and the guy goes, "Did you ever think that surfing and smoking weed would get you this far?" And I was like, wow, I don't really surf. I kind of quit smoking weed, but I'm like, it made me laugh. Because I knew what he kind of meant. I think he meant like crowd surfing, and I guess we do sing about smoking weed, and some of us still do. But yeah, it got us pretty far, man.
Indeed.
You need to get some questions like that.
Can you tell me about the first time jamming with the rest of the guys? Like the very first time, you guys in a room,
yes,
playing together?
Well, so it was some different guys before, you know. So I mean, with these particular guys, me and Dave Whitty, it was in the basement of my house, and we wrote Mind Eraser right there. So this is, mind you, the second era of the band. So it's 2004. I started jamming with a guy named Brendan in 2000. So before that, that was our first drummer. Then there was Brandon. So Brandon, Dave. So a lot of people mix those first two as one guy because it's Brandon. But there was two guys, yeah. And then Phil's a really good story because he, you know, was like a death metal guy, really proficient, probably the most talented guy in the band, you know. And our first album, Waste 'Em All, we gave him a cassette of it, and he came to practice. He just knew every song already. So I was like, okay, you got the gig. Me and Tony would come over to my house. I'm going back in time, and Tony came over to the basement. Kind of a bunker space where I used to do like hardcore, like and heavy metal punk shows in my backyard, and we used to jam out there. This is like 2000, yeah, the year 2000. And Tony came in, and he was already a singer in a really cool band. We knew he was like, you know, good to go, and he just came and jammed with me and Brendan, and that just like clicked, you know. It's one of those things. And then me and Nick played in a bunch of other bands before he joined. Like Waste was always just one guitar before 2016. So Nick and I were in a band called Vulture, which was like more traditional heavy metal stuff. And me and him jammed first in 2008, I want to say, and writing like heavy metal tunes. And then we jammed in Bat, writing more like Motorhead, Venom type stuff. And then right about Bat had been a band 3 years, and Waste decided to bring him on as a second guitar player in 2016. So we've all been jamming, man. We're like Bob Marley.
The song you enjoyed the most to play live at the moment?
We're doing all the Waste 'Em All stuff tonight. So it's very intense, but it's very enjoyable because it's very nostalgic. Like a lot of these songs we wrote with Brandon, our drummer who passed away. Actually, all those songs from Waste 'Em All was mainly me and him in a room just banging them out. So I'm up on stage, it's bringing back all these crazy memories from when I was like in my early 20s, because they're very intense songs, and the new guys are not, which aren't new anymore, are playing these old songs, you know, and I'm like having all these crazy memories like on stage thinking about it. So it's pretty wild, man. Some of them are bittersweet too, you know, so it's a really intense part of the set, and we're doing like 5 or 6 songs from the first record tonight, which we've never really done over here before.
What do you think is the biggest challenge, issue in the music industry, and how do you see it evolving, developing?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to get overseas now with, you know, after the pandemic and then Brexit over here. There's a lot of hoops you got to jump through tax-wise. It's really expensive to tour. Gas is expensive. There's merch cuts that are a problem. So, I mean, good luck making money off a band. You know, the very few people can pull it off. So, I mean, we just do it because we love it, you know. This is what we do. So, I mean, maybe we come home with less, but we're just as satisfied.
Thanks again for making it to Europe.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's not as easy as people think.
Weirdest thing happened with the fan.
The weirdest thing? This right here. No, I mean it's. I try to. I just try to be nice to everybody. You know, I'll take a photo with anybody, or you know, you can't be shaking hands as much anymore with all the COVID germs going around. But I don't know, man. I'd have to think about that. I mean, yeah, we probably can't talk about it. No, I'm kidding. No, nobody's weird. I'm weirder than anyone else, so you can try to out-weird me, man.
Any artist or band that you would love to jam with but didn't happen yet?
Thin Lizzy. I'd always want to bring people back from the dead, man. So Phil Lynott would be cool to jam with. I'm a big like hard rock, heavy metal fan. So all my favorite bands are dead or broken up. So got to resurrect it.
Favorite non-metal bands?
I love Alan Parsons Project. That's like I listen to a lot of like progressive and like 70s like weird music too. But I mean, when I get off stage, I really need to chill my brain out. So a lot of Alan Parsons, Wishbone Ash. But I feel like they started metal in a way with their harmonies and stuff. And you know, I listen to this band Eloy. It's like a German kind of kraut, like progressive, like hard rock stuff. A lot of weird keyboards and stuff. A lot of soundtrack stuff. Goblin. You know, Claudio Simonetti, a lot of just, you know, music that with no vocals. Just mood music.
One thing that you really regret buying?
Buying, oh man. I don't know, I don't really buy, I mean, I'll wear the same shit every day and I fucking, you know, I buy records and VHS, but I mean, if I'm putting my money on it, I don't regret anything, man.
Something new that you're trying to learn or you would like to learn?
Yeah, I want to be a director. So, I mean, I wrote a script for a heavy metal horror movie called Exit Stage Death. And I can't just hand it to somebody and say, hey, you go make this. Like, I have to be there calling the shots, whether I'm co-directing or anything. So I want to be a film director. So there's a lot to learn. So I'm not saying I even know how to do it all yet.
Work in progress.
Yeah, big time. Like a 10-year work in progress.
Do you have any useless talent?
Useless talent. I can catch stuff on the back of my hand. Like if you throw me a lighter, I can like catch it on the back of my hand. But I think that's useful. I think it's useful. It's like you get bored backstage. You're either trying to shoot like a bottle cap into a trash can, and like that is really exciting for a band if someone makes like a long distance one. But growing up, we played this game where everyone's probably smoking weed or cigarettes, whatever, and everyone's got a lighter, and you throw it from the back of your hand to the back of your hand, and I can catch it most every time.
It's not that useless.
If someone could, I could do it and edit it if I missed it.
Anything you would like to add?
Yeah, just are you gonna chop this up or is it all going in?
I don't know yet.
It's probably good.
I need to rewatch it.
The in between's good, yeah. But I've had a lot of coffee, so I would have liked to sleep a lot more. But we're on tour. This is what we do. Nothing else to add.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
Appreciate it.